How y'all doing? Y'all seen our fans yet? There you go. Mark safe from Shad, right? So 2 years ago, the fan people, thank you. 2 years ago, the fan people made fun of my ears, which I'm still sensitive about. And now they are literally comparing me to a natural disaster. I hate it. Cannot win. It's good to be here with you all today. I want to apologize first. My wife is not able to be here. She is about 3 weeks away from giving birth to our second baby girl. We're excited. So because it's 1,000 degrees out here, because she's real pregnant, we decided that she would stay home this year. But next year, we will have a brand new baby girl to introduce to you, so I'm excited about that. I want to thank you for letting me be your state auditor. You know, it's hard to believe, but I've actually been in this job now for 3 years. And in that time, I have pushed myself hard, I have pushed my staff hard, staff 135 people. And in that time, I think we have done some good things for you. Just in the last 3 years, we have successfully investigated 2 of the 3 largest public embezzlement schemes in the history of the state of Mississippi, just in the last 3 years. We have closed out on a settlement working with the AG's office, the largest civil settlement resulting from a state auditor's investigation in the history of the state auditor's office. And as if that weren't enough, this past year, our investigators discovered more misspending than they have in the years prior. So we're excited about that, and we're excited about the track that we are on right now. I'm excited every day to show up to work and work on behalf of you. We sort of think of ourselves as the Mississippi State baseball, state government. All we do is win. And we're winning for you. Please do not steal our name from us, though. Don't do it. Don't break my heart like that. We're winning on behalf of you. That's the main thing. Every time we win on behalf of taxpayers. So I want to tell you about one of those 2 big cases that I mentioned earlier, give you a little flavor of what we're doing every day in the state auditor's office. So this case came to us actually from the peer committee in the legislature, happened up in Tunica County. And if you know anything about Tunica County, you know that it's up in northwest Mississippi. It's historically a very poor county. And early in the 90s, Tunica County brought in casinos. So from early 90s to about 2015, they estimate that they spent about $1 billion with a B, $1 billion of additional revenue. And of course, by 2015, the poverty rate in Tunica County was still around about 30%. So people started asking the question, what happened to all the money? What happened to all the money? We did an investigation and we unfortunately realized that some of that money had actually been stolen. So here's what happened. The county a few years ago decided that they were going to set up a program to rebuild people's homes. So if you lived in that county and you needed floorboards fixed, or you needed a wheelchair ramp built, or you needed a busted out window repaired, they were going to give you money to fix that. And when they decided that, a guy came along, his name was Marcus Jones, and he said, look, I'll handle that program for you. You give me the keys to the program, and what I'll do is I'll go and I'll take the applications from people who want to get their homes fixed. I'll go find a contractor. The contractor will fix the house, the floorboard, whatever needs to be done, and then I will make sure that the contractor gets paid by the county. The county decided to give him a pretty good fee in exchange for doing that, but that wasn't enough for Marcus. He decided to steal money on top of that. So anybody want to guess what percentage of the program actually went to fix people's homes? 20%. 20% actually went to fix people's houses. 40% got taken in fees to Mr. Jones, and another 40% he stole on top of that. It's a heartbreaking case. I announced the case. We made the arrest of Mr. Jones up in North Mississippi. Came back to my office. The office's phone had been ringing off the hook because people from Tunica County were calling and saying, now that you have stopped this and gotten the money back, when can I get my house fixed? There's nothing good to tell those folks because we're probably not going to get all that money back. All we can do is hold that individual accountable. It's a sad, sad story. But I tell you that story for 2 particular reasons. Number one, that story to me symbolizes that we cannot rely on the old ways of doing things if we want to address the problems of Mississippi. We cannot rely on insiders to run big government programs. We have to have new energy and new leadership to be able to solve these kinds of problems. The second reason I tell you that story is this. I want to thank you for letting me do this job, because putting a stop to things like that kind of nonsense, that is what makes this job fulfilling. Every Friday when I go home, I put my head down on the pillow. That is what makes working at the state auditor's office, I think, the best job in state government. And I do it for the taxpayers, the people that work in the state auditor's office, they do it for the taxpayers. But if I'm being honest with you, a big reason I do this is for my daughters. Because at the end of my time as state auditor, I want to be able Mississippi a better place for you to live in, for you to grow up in. I'll be honest too, there are some folks that don't like the way we're doing things. I'll give you an example. Some folks get mad when we get a conviction and we put people's mugshots up on the internet. Y'all have seen some of those. I had one person tell me, oh, don't do that. You're going to embarrass that poor person. Well, no. I'm not embarrassing them. They even embarrass themselves by stealing from taxpayers in the first place. And I'm happy to make them famous for it. I actually would prefer that they go up there and be known because I want other people who are stealing out somewhere else in Mississippi to think, man, if I keep doing this, there's some consequences waiting for me. I realized in this job in 3 years that there's an easy way to be state auditor when you don't ever do anything, you don't ever investigate anybody, you don't ever audit anybody, you don't ever make anybody mad, and some folks will even tell you, if you do it that way, you might get elected something else one day. There's the easy way, and then there's the right way. And I'm committed to doing this the right way. Because of you, because of my daughters, because of the state that I want to lead for my daughters. I think Mississippi is the best state in the country. I was born here, I was raised in our public school, I'm in church here, I'm going to die here. And between now and then, I'm committed to making Mississippi the best it can possibly be. Thank you for letting me serve you. God bless you. Stay cool out there.